Hey guys, it's your boy Kisky. Welcome back to the Gamers by Night segment. Today we are hosting my great friend NOrbert Walter. NOrbert Walter is an MC, TV show host. So many hats we're going to find out in this episode. Stick around, it's going to be great. Let's get into it. And I'm just going to clap my hands and I think Norbert's going to appear here. Hey NOrbert, glad to have you here today. Good to have you. Are you ready? Have you been doing practice or we are a bit rusty on this one?
City movie.
Are you more of a FIFA guy or a PES person?
FIFA.
Okay.
I only played PES on my phone.
The first time I got a PlayStation 2, I had PES 07 and FIFA 07. But there was something with the FIFA interface so I didn't understand, so I just removed the game and put PES. I started with PES and I was so much into the shooting with box. That's when I saw you changing your shot to box, I was like, that's something.
Wow.
No, I'm just going to choose the team.
Choose your team. Choose your team.
Alright.
Why are you betting on this guy may bring Crystal Palace?
I'm trying to see. I don't really know what teams to use. Really.
Okay.
I follow you on Twitter. You're in a world of different minds. Yeah, there's so many people who have different minds. How do you deal?
But one with Twitter, one thing you must deal away with is the emotions. If you understand how to not to get involved in people's emotions, and how to deal with people's emotions when they are thrown back at you, then you're good to go. Because at the end of the day, everyone has their mind, and the opinions are self-employed to their mind. So you must really be very, very detached from the emotions. You just have to think with a very neutral mind and see how to connect spaces and get a mutual ground of understanding.
Okay, here we go. This is like our first match together, but like we really talked about it for a while. I'm really happy that like I think it's been like what? Almost a year.
Almost since lockdown.
Yeah. We were supposed to do it for lockdown.
Yeah.
Lockdown came. So it's really interesting.
And now I'm here looking for a ball.
Ball shall be found. An early goal always helps.
I thought the keeper's done something about it, but
your defender really left you down there for that rebound.
Okay. Time to regroup, ladies and gentlemen.
When it comes to MC, how do you I have another friend who does MCing or on the low, but like how do you get to the point where you're like I think I love speaking? Because it's one thing to
you're stopping to talk so that you score another goal. Why are you reckless?
I had to that was a bit complicated. What made you want to be an MC?
Well,
how did you know?
I think most, for example, it's not all about maybe you can speak or wanting to speak, because there are very many people who can speak but they can't influence a crowd.
Okay, the influence is key, right?
Influence is key. You must know how to capture a crowd. The most important thing for me when I thought I could probably start MCing was my love to see people happy.
Yeah.
I love to see people happy. I can never be around a group of 2 or 3 people and I cannot influence them to at least laugh, at least smile. That's a passion for me.
I've seen people.
So that's when I started doing MC. I started low-key with a few friends, birthday parties, and graduation ceremonies that I MC'd for free. And then later on, I thought, why not? Let me do this professionally and also maybe earn something for myself. So that's when I started doing professional emceeing, weddings, graduations, corporate events, inaugurations, and other events really. So
you touched on something interesting. Doing it for free. As creatives, that's one of the battles I think we have. When, how should I do something for free? When is a point where I should not do it for free? Like probably maybe understanding your value.
Yeah.
Obviously, I believe working for free helps you put something under your belt, like a roster of sort of like, yes, I've done this. This is what I can show to clients, prospective clients. But when do you know your value? How do you know your value and how much to charge, or when not to do things for free anymore?
It starts with your skill set. It starts with your skill set. How skilled are you in this particular field? When you understand that your skill set is good enough to be paid, then you can start commercializing your skill. But if it's not yet, then you just have to learn and keep practicing, because until then you won't have anything to sell. People buy value, people buy skills.
So keep honing your skill.
Keep honing your skill until you're sure enough that at this particular point I can start commercializing my gift, my talent, and all that I do.
Do you have anybody who has really inspired you to do this?
Yes, I'll give this one to my former primary school teacher of English. He inspires me a lot. He inspired me to join emceeing because of how he really does his craft. He taught me how to speak English. I was one of the best students or pupils in his class. The class was huge, but he really pushed us to the brim so that we would get to that top cream that he really wanted us to be at. And even now he still does emceeing as well.
Are you English teacher?
Yes, he does emceeing. He's a very big name in the western part of the country. Talk about Poto, Mbara, Kasese, wherever, Chenjojo, everywhere. Is Mr. Kajira Nelson. This goes to you. Thank you very much for inspiring me to be in this craft.
Thank you for giving us such a great person.
Together.
You guys get that What was that? Come on! What was that for?
Come on! No!
What was that for?
No! This is fraud. This is fraud.
Why would you tackle me from
This is fraud.
Matthew, delete. Why? And I'm not so good at penalties, man, so we shall...
You're not so good?
No. That was a survival right there.
Well, now
I don't know how my ball keeps going to you.
Woo! You prepared that one. After such a bad miss.
What's happening to my defenders? I
think you need to change something by it, but now you're one man like.
That's not good. It's not good at all. If you're watching, just know it's not me playing.
It's a computer. So now I know you have a YouTube show. Scroll. I've helped you a bit on some of those episodes. I've really seen you talking about really life-changing topics. How is the journey?
Most importantly, when it comes to the scroll, what value as Christians are we adding to the world? Because the world is broken. And of course we cannot assume that it's only the world that is broken. Even people in the Christian circles also need help.
That's true.
So it comes back to us, people that have been fed well, the people that have been taught. Our man of God, Apostle Grace, normally says that if you've been given much, then therefore much is expected of you. And over the time, we've been in the ministry for a couple of years, and that definitely says something, that we have a lot that very many people need. The things that we take as basic, not everyone knows as basic.
That's very true.
It's from that viewpoint that the scroll is here to help many tackle issues that that may not be as simple as they really ought to be. And we select panelists in that accord and see how people survive certain things. But most importantly, they must have an influential mind or thought on the topic.
Someone who has a bit of impact.
Yes.
How important do you think it is to build a network, and how have you found it very important to have a certain network of people who build you?
Most of the things that I've walked into, most of the places and doors I've walked into today, is not because I probably grew up in a very influential family or have a very strong background. Maybe my father's name was among the top 10 people known around the country, no, but it's because of the friends. It's because of the people I've chosen to relate with. The world at this particular moment is broken, and most of them are pushing themselves away out of the crowd. And I'd be like, I don't need people, the people are hurting, so that's where we have the notion of, loners and introverts, and which is a very okay thing. Of course, you cannot carry the whole world into your closet.
Yeah.
But most importantly, for me, it's the people that God brings. I believe every person that I meet, it's not a coincidence. So I take that person as a God-given gift for me to move to the next step. Maybe it's a lesson that I must learn from them. Even if they hurt me, I'll still come back to God and ask, what is the lesson that I was supposed to learn from this person? If it is, if they are the people that bless me, then I'll thank God for them. So it's more of what God has purposed for me with these relations that I make with these people, that I take at heart. So it's a very important thing, because still God needs people to bless you. Because you cannot be in your house and maybe one day at one particular point you're hungry and you will expect an angel to drop money. Yes, that can happen. But there is someone who there is someone who just give you a call. You know what, Norbert? There is something I need to give you. And they stash you some dollars, and that's a blessing. So I believe it's very important. Man cannot be an island. If still Abraham was found by the 3 men, that means something. So I believe networks, friends, connections, relationships are very important to build, and at least from God's perspective of things. When you see the end, just like our man of God has preached before, the end of these relationships is very key. So you don't associate with everyone, but at the end of the day, the people that God brings to your stead.
People, that's how much time we've had. But I thank you for tuning in for this one. We're gonna have a blind Q&A next. That's part 2. NOrbert Walter, where he gets to ask me questions if he scores a goal. And I also have some questions I wanted to ask him.
All the goals you've scored. Do you think I have
we always have that. We always have a good heart here. So maybe we shall see that in part 2. Otherwise, for this episode, we're done. Peace.